It's Week 9 of the NFL. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Chiefs and the Ravens on Sunday Night Primetime.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Partner, you know how guys always tell us it's not about the numbers, it's about the win. It's about the numbers, too. Almost 400 yards passing by him last week. What can he do in this one?
Well, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe he'll try to get 400-plus here and duplicate that honor again. They'll start the drive here with the check. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play 1 there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there, on the first play.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. He completes it to Beckham. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards.
Boy, of all the guys on the field to lose track of, how do you lose track of him? I think even he was surprised at all the space he had. You're just hoping your quarterback sees you in that spot. Fortunately, he did, and it leads to a gigantic play.
This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. From 17 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Hill on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. In motion left, Flowers. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson from the shotgun. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Another run here with Dobbins. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on second down, that just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a big loss of 10 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rice. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Mahomes to throw once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. And the Ravens first down.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
43!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Floating one, incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Tackle there by Michael Pierce.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he gets it down to the 32. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Pacheco not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal.
24-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We're back now in KC, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score of the final play of the 3rd quarter. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you? I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And the Ravens first down.
They go play action now. Jackson, he'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:11 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes will throw. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off.
Touchdown! Traquan Smith, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over 1 minute to go in the game. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Muscles him off. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Ravens, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll